Section 6.4, an inequality means not equal. For example, 2 is less than 5. 3 is greater than 1. On a number line, 0 is in the middle, positive numbers are on the right, negative numbers are on the left. Going right, you get bigger. Going left, you get smaller. X is greater than 2 means 2 is not included in what X can be because 2 is not more than 2. An open circle means the number is not included. Okay, greater than means you shade to the right because bigger numbers are to the right. An open circle means the number's not included. Okay, 2 is not bigger than 2, so X can't be 2. It's just bigger than 2. Now, if we have a line under it, that means or equal to. X is greater than or equal to 2. X can be 2 because it says or equal. 2 is equal to 2. So we used a closed circle to mean include. And greater than goes to the right because bigger numbers are to the right. X is less than 3. 3 is not included because 3 is not less than 3. So we use an open circle and smaller numbers go left. 3 is not less than 3. So that's why we use the open circle. That means right up until you get to 3, like 2.9. Less than are numbers that are smaller, so that's why it's to the left. Less than or equal to, the line means equal. 3 is included because 3 does equal 3. So we use a closed circle, and smaller numbers go to the left because it says less than. 2 is less than X, which is less than or equal to 5. This means between 2 and 5. Do not include 2 because it just has less than. Include the 5 because the 5 has the or equal to. So open circle at 2, closed at 5. What happens when you do something to both sides of an inequality? Does the symbol stay the same? Let's see. 2 is less than 5. If you add 3, you get 5 and 8. 5 is less than 8, so we see it stayed the same. 2 is less than 5. Let's subtract the same number. So subtract 1, we get 1 and 4. 1 is less than 4, so we can see it stayed the same. Multiply by a positive. Multiply by 3 on both sides. 2 times 3 is 6. 5 times 3 is 15. 6 is less than 15, so we can see it stayed the same. All right, but what happens when we multiply by a negative? A positive times a negative is a negative. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. But negative 6 is greater than negative 15. Okay, so we can see it flipped here when we multiplied by a negative on the left and right. Okay, divide by a positive. 10 is less than 15. If we divide by 5, we get 2 and 3. 2 is less than 3, so we can see it stayed the same. Divide by a negative. Divide 10 divided by negative 5 is negative 2. 15 divided by negative 5 is negative 3. Negative 2 is bigger than negative 3, so we can see it flipped here. Okay, so the symbol flips when you multiply or divide by a negative on both sides. Otherwise, it stays the same. Okay, so solve x plus 7 is less than 17. So we subtract 7 to undo add 7. So we get x is less than 10. Less than means go to the left. 10 is not less than 10. So we use the open circle. X minus 3 is greater than or equal to negative 4. Add 3. Okay, we added so it stays the same. X is greater than or equal to negative 1. Or equal to means filled in circle, colored in circle, include. Greater than means shade to the right. 2x is greater than or equal to negative 10. We divide by positive 2, so it stays the same. That greater than stays the same. Okay, or equal to means colored in circle. Greater than means to the right. Okay, now on this problem, we divide both sides by negative 2. Because we divided by a negative on both sides, that symbol turns the other way. So now we have less than or equal to. Okay, or equal to means include, color it in. Less than means to the left. 4x minus 7, greater than or equal to 5. Add 7 so it stays the same. Divide by positive so it stays the same. So x greater than or equal to 3. Or equal to means include with colored in. Greater than means to the right. 1/3 x is less than 5. Divide both sides by 1/3. 5 over 1 divided by 1/3 is the same thing as 5 over 1 times 3 over 1. Okay, keep flip change, keep 5 over 1, flip 1 over 3. Okay, so we get x is less than 15. Open circle because it just has less. Less than goes to the left. X divided by 5 is greater than negative 3. Multiply by 5 on both sides. That makes your 5's cancel. Okay, since we're multiplying by positive 5, that symbol stays the same. So we get x is bigger than negative 15. Open circle and to the right. Okay, solve 7x plus 6 less than or equal to 6x plus 3. Subtract 6x on both sides. 7x minus 6x is 1x. Now we subtract 6 on both sides. Okay, the symbol has stayed the same because we're subtracting. The symbol always stays the same in subtracting. Okay, less than or equal to. Less than goes to the left, or equal to tells us to use the closed in circle. Okay, in my lab, it's going to look like this. Okay, where you have your box. When you click in the box, a keypad at the bottom is going to have your less thans and greater thans and or equal tos. Okay, so you enter your inequality. Okay, this is what you would put in that box. X is less than or equal to 7. Okay, if we were working this problem right here. And then when you click in the box, the keypad will pull up the inequality symbols. Okay, what's an application? Someone has a $100 bill, no debit card, nothing else, just $100 cash. They want to buy something. They can't buy something for $100 because there's also tax. What is the item price before tax that they can buy if tax is 7%? Okay, so what is the item price tells us X is the item price. Tax is 0.07x because 7% times the price is 0.07. The total something is the price plus the tax. The price is X plus the tax is 0.07x. If the total must be $100 or less because that's all they have to spend, the total is x plus 0.07x. Those are like terms, so we get 1.07x. If we divide, we get x has to be less than or equal to $93.46. And that is an application of inequalities. And that's the end of this lesson.